On today's episode of Organization Motivation, we're at the Observer-Dispatch newspaper in Utica, New York, meeting with executive editor Ron Johns and decluttering their workspace. We find some really exciting and historic things along the way. Keep watching. As a declutter coach, my team and I help families and businesses cut the clutter, get organized, and lead a more productive and stress-free life. Come along on our journey as we help our clients and find the motivation you need to make positive changes in your life. This is Organization Motivation. Well, Bets, I'm really excited for today's project. We are at the Observer-Dispatch, which is our local newspaper in Utica, New York. I'm really happy and excited that I'm a columnist. I have a column, it's like over 2 years now. I write every Sunday about simplifying and decluttering. But this is an amazing place. The building was built in the early 1900s. And believe it or not, they are celebrating this year their 200th anniversary. There are only a handful of papers in all of the United States that are that old. So we are here today because they need a lot of help getting organized. They're trying to do a lot this year to celebrate their 200th anniversary. We have a lot to do.
It's so cool, though.
It is. Stuff. So you grew up here.
Yes.
So you remember a lot of this. I moved here in the 80s, but we were looking at some old ads, and there was a grocery store that is no longer in existence, but
I remember.
You knew the name of it. So we're going to do two little projects for them. Number one, this area we're really going to try to organize because this is kind of like their work zone. And so when they're trying to get something ready for the paper, they want to be able to use this area as like a staging, sorting area where they can lay out different things that they need for the paper. There's another area downstairs which we'll call the cage. It's really an incredible place.
It's awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
I remember this band used to play all over the place. But this wasn't, I felt really old, but it really wasn't that old.
What is it?
That's 1983, but that's like he's already aged.
It looks like 63 to me. I'm like squinting.
He's already kind of old.
Yeah.
In 83.
Is he still alive, this guy?
I don't know, maybe.
So here's what we're going to do. Our goal is to give them back their space to work because they can't work here. So Bets and I were talking about like this area. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. At least we can get it set up so they can easily pull things out.
Right. And then we have this cool thing that we could use. We're going to use what they have around and try to make use of it, all the products that they have.
Great.
Okay, so that's the goal. The goal is to kind of tackle this area, put like things together, maybe put all the newspaper clippings together, all the photos together. Like this binder is filled with photos, but this has nothing in it. So I don't know if they still want to save this. So let's try to box up all photos and put them together because they're not in any order by year or anything. That would be a fun project to do, and I'd love to. I talked to him about potentially scanning some of these and putting them in Forever, one of our sponsors of our show. I think this would be awesome to take some of these really old, cool files, scan them, and make a photo book out of Forever. So we'll see. Maybe that's something they'd allow us to do for them later on down the line.
I am noticing on a couple of the folders that some of them say that they've been scanned.
Oh, okay.
So should we keep these separate?
Yeah, let's keep them separate because these, there's nothing on them that look like they've been scanned or not.
Okay, good.
What does it say? Your family newspaper, Partners in Progress. Pretty cool. Progress continues in 79.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? We have some that we found. This book, which we really want to try to handle with kid gloves. This is actually some papers from 1916. And we were finding like some old ads from stores. One, I know I moved here in 1988, and one of the articles or ads was from 1916, was from a store that was open when I first moved here in the 80s, Doyle Knower. It's closed now, but it's unbelievable to watch and see all of these amazing things. You know, think this is over 100 years old.
It's unbelievable.
1916, it's over 100 years old. Oh, Avon. Was that a theater? The Avon Theater? John Barrymore, who was an actor, right? The Red Widow. Performances at one. So he came here. He came to Utica. Drew Barrymore's grandfather.
I guess
or might be great-grandfather, actually. I love these scrapbooks. I'm a scrapbooker myself, so to see this is so amazing. So we have a very rich history of having hockey in our area. We do have an amazing hockey team here now. But look back to this Mohawk Valley Comets hockey program. I can't even tell what years. Oh, 75 to 76. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So somebody made a beautiful scrapbook of all of the Comets games. Come on back as we continue our declutter and find some really amazing exclusive items at the Utica Observer-Dispatch newspaper. Follow us on Instagram at The Declutter Coach.